You're all stuck. You're all stuck. You're stuck again. Here we go.
And we're just starting on the puzzle game.
Yes.
It looks like you've got some great attention happening right there, right now. That's fantastic. All right. So again, what we're looking for is unsolicited attention. So you shouldn't be calling your dog's name. You shouldn't be asking them to sit. Shouldn't be pulling on the leash or making noises. I just want them to look away from the handful of food and then look up at you. When they do, you say yes. You reach across your body, remove the cookie from your hand, and deliver it with the opposite hand. So the hand holding the cookie shouldn't move. In particular, what I don't want to see is you taking that handful of cookies, putting it on your dog's nose to give them one, and then go, oh, yes, damn, that's more, and pulling it away. Because that's not really fair, right? As they watch the cookies disappear, just take one out and give it to them. Yes. This is looking good, guys. I'm loving it. I can see some who did their homework. Very nice. Very good. So remember, you cannot do this one enough, as far as I'm concerned. This is the start of everything good. So what this will eventually turn into is your dog basically asking you for permission to do the things they want and to get the things that they want. So, for example, if you're on a walk with your dog, they may want you to go sniff a bush. And before they just pull the leash and drag you over there, what they're going to do is turn and look at you first, as if you're saying, may I please go sniff that tree? And then you just tell them, yes, okay, and then off you go to let them do their sniff. If there's other dogs on the street, just step back, just take a step back. The next time that happens, don't need to push or anything, don't say anything, just step back. So perhaps there's another dog approaching here. Same thing, if it's okay with you to let your dog say hello, first thing I want your dog to do is check in with you. Again, is it okay? May I play with that dog? And if you say that's okay, then you can release them to go say hello quietly. Very good. This is looking fantastic. Very nice, guys. I love it.
Oh.
Hi.
And then it falls.
Very good. And that happens. So I just want to talk about that to everybody. So sometimes we do drop a treat. We're human. It happens. But what I would prefer, especially at this early stage, is that you not let your dog eat the treat that you dropped on the floor. Step on it. Just step on it or reach down and pick it up. All right, and then give it to them. Again, I don't really want to start letting them reward themselves from the floor. We're working on that to where they will be giving up that food on the floor. But I just want to help them a little bit. So do your best not to drop. But again, we're human. It happens all the time.
Yes.
Awesome. This is always a good warm-up exercise. I like this one too when I'm on a walk with my dog. If there's something that's very, very distracting, I might pull up to someone's driveway or something just to get my dog refocused on me and work on this puzzle game, just again to get them working. Yes. Really good. I love it. Okay, why don't we go ahead and release them? So remember your release word is okay. And that means just, drop your legs at this point, but let's get them out of that sit and in front of you. I just want to get them moving a bit.
Okay.
Move them around. Now, I want to do a quick little review of our positions that we started the last time we met, which was our sits and our downs. So we're going to start with sits only. So remember, the hand signal for sit is done with your right hand, and it's just the scooping hand going up towards the ceiling. So if your dog is sitting right now, I want you to release them. You're just going to move them around your space, and then I'm going to call it out when I want you to sit your dog. Okay, so just move them around the space. When you're moving with your dog, I would suggest you keep 2 eyeballs on them the entire time. Stay connected with your dog the entire time you're moving. All right, I want everybody to slow down, face your dog, use your hand signal, and get them to sit.
Yes.
Beautiful. I want you to reward your dog 5 times. 5 quick treats. One right after another. Don't let them get up. Just keep feeding them 5 little treats so they remain in that sit position.
Should we say yes every time?
That's a great question, and the answer is no. So the first time you do it, just say yes. It's a really, really great question. Okay, let's release them. We're going to do it again. So there were a couple of dogs that got up. So what that tells me is you weren't quick enough getting those treats in there. I want you to be a giant pest dispenser. You're ripping positive treats. It's treat, 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 treat. Let them think, oh my gosh, what just happened? I'm just getting this non-stop treats. They won't want to get up. Okay, moving them around the space. Stay connected with them. Okay, everybody slow down, face your dog, use your hand signal, and let's get them to sit. Stay sitting on the bum hits the ground, and you're gonna reward them 5 times quickly. 5 times quickly.
Yes.
One right after another, after another, after another. When you're giving your 5 treats, you need to release them with okay and make sure you move them around. Make sure you say okay and they don't just get up on themselves. All right, now we're going to do the same exercise, but I'm going to add to it. So let's not release them. I want you to keep rewarding your dog, keep rewarding your dog, all right? Until I tell you otherwise. So let's just move them around the space. Moving them around, moving them around. And slow down, face your dog, and signal, sit your dog. Multiple rewards for this thing. Multiple rewards. Keep rewarding them.
Yes.
So what we're going to do now, I want to start moving away from our dog. So we're going to start very, very slowly. All I want you to do while your dog is in that sit position, keep them in the sit position, just keep feeding them, don't stop feeding them. I just want you to take your right foot and you're just going to tap it behind you and then bring your right foot back in and then say yes. They must be in the sit position. Right foot back, yes. Right foot in, retreat. Right foot back, yes. Right foot in, retreat. You say yes if they remain in position. Your leg goes back, you say yes. Your foot comes back in, they get a cookie. Leg back, yes. Foot in, you reward.
Yes.
Beautiful. Fantastic. Just a tiny bit of motion. Not going anywhere, we just move one foot. Keep rewarding them. Okay, so now what you're going to do, you're just going to take that right foot back and you're just going to shift your weight on it. And then back in. Right foot back, shift your weight on it. Yes, and then come right back in.
Yes.
Right foot back, shifting your weight. Yes, bring your foot back in. Then you say yes when you step back and your dog remains in position. If they got up, you're not saying yes, you are not giving them a cookie. They only get the yes and the cookie when they've done that behavior correctly, which is keeping their bum on the ground. Come back in when you feed your dog. So right foot back, yes, bring your foot all the way back in and return to exactly where you were. I don't want you to reach forward to give the cookie. Go back to exactly where you started. So right foot back, yes, come right back in, reward.
Yes.
Right foot back, yes, come right back in, reward.
Yes.
Okay, now we're going to make it a little bit harder, but before we do, keep doing this, keep doing this. If your dog is having trouble at this stage, they're unable to maintain position while you take one step back, please do not go on to the next step. Your dog's not ready for it. You can take it home as homework. If your dog is doing well, what you're going to do next is you're going to take 2 steps back. Just step, step, yes, come right back in, reward. Couple of steps back, yes, come right back in, reward. And again, I want to repeat this. If your dog was unable to do 1 step away, do not do this. Take it home as homework. Just do 1 step away. The other thing I want to caution you with now, as we're taking more steps away, you should not be walking away with food in your hand. If that was a bag of M&Ms, I would follow you. All right, I want you to think about that. So if you've got food in your hand, your dog is likely to follow you. Yes means your food is coming. It doesn't mean you need to shovel it in their face immediately. All right, 2 steps back. Yes, come all the way back in. Reach in your pouch or pocket and get the cookie out. 2 steps back. Yes, come right back to where you started. Reach in your pouch or pocket and reward them.
Yes.
Come back a little bit more confidently. I just want you to take those steps away. Your dog's got this. Just take 2 steps away. Just do it.
Good job.
Yeah. So careful that your bum is coming up off the
She
ground.
gets nervous when I get like, she's a little scared. A little bit.
Okay, so I want to find out where that point is so we don't get her moving when we come back in. Okay, and then suck it, right? Yeah, back in. And then, okay. So, no, this was fantastic information. So, get an idea, look like you were about 18 inches away from her. Do nice and give her the treat. Okay, we're going to come in just before she gets uncomfortable. Very good, that's looking great.
Yes.
Okay, try to remember we're only feeding our dogs when they remain in position. They should unfortunate, no cookie for you. All right, we need to be giving our dog clear information. If we reward for, well, you tried real hard, then we're not giving our dog good information and they're not really sure what it is they want from us. We only reward and mark the correct behavior. That's looking fantastic. Okay, these guys have been sitting for a while. I want everybody to release their dogs.
Okay.
I also want to caution everyone, when you're working on a sit, you should only be rewarding for a sit. When we're working on a down, then you reward for a down. Never the two should mix. All right, let's move them around the space. Okay, we are going to do the other one now. So I want everybody to slow down, face your dog, and you're going to be down your dog. So right hand going down towards the ground. And you're going to deliver 5 treats to your dogs on the floor between the front paws. 5 treats on the floor between the front paws, not in their mouth. 5 treats on the floor. There we go. Good. One right after the other. Treats. Don't stop rewarding. One right after another after another. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to release them with okay.
Okay.
And we're going to do that one again. We're going to do the same thing, all right? So when you're moving with your dog, always keeping 2 eyes on them. All right, everybody, I'd like you to slow down, face your dog, hand signal, down your dogs.
Yes.
When they're in position, make sure you say yes, and deliver the cookie on the floor between the front paws. One right after another. You're done. Looking good, guys. And go ahead and release them if they've had their 5 treats. Fantastic. Okay. We'll do it one more time.
Here, we weren't supposed to show them the lure.
That's correct. The homework was to get rid of the cookie last week. Yep. All right. Slow down, everybody. Face your dogs. Hand signal. Down your dog.
Yes.
Beautiful. 5 treats, one right after another. Look at how fast they're going down now. It's fantastic. Love. Okay. Once they've had their 5, you can go ahead and release them with okay and then move them around your space.
But we don't mind if he's eating on the floor now.
I want, you have given it to them.
Okay.
You have given it to them, so it's okay.
Oh, okay.
Now, the reason I want the treat on the floor is going to make sense right now. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're now going to be offering movement away. So what typically happens with our dogs, with the down in particular, when you down your dog, and if you've been feeding them in the mouth, and then you take a step back, you mark it with yes and you come back, what will happen over time is your dog will start to reach up to get the treat, and they don't remain in that down position. So I want to teach them from day one that the only place they get the treat is on the floor between the front paws. All right, so I want them to stay there. Just because you return doesn't mean the exercise is over. I want them to remain in the down position until you said okay. All right, so we're going to try the movement thing again. We're going to do the same thing we did with the sit. Okay, you're going to start with just the right foot back. Mark it with yes and your right foot in. Now before we do it, I want to just talk about it for a second. This is going to be harder. The reason it's going to be harder, your dog is going to be in a down position and your feet are a whole lot closer to their face. All right? So that's why I want to start off super slow. So just your toe back, mark it with yes, toe in, reward. Okay? So let's go ahead and down them. I want you to give them multiple treats when they are in that down position. Same thing that applies here. Multiple treats in the down. And then I want you to stand up and you're going to do your right foot back, mark it with yes, then bend down and treat. Right foot back, mark it with yes, bend down and treat.
Yes.
Oh, I would know them. That's good. Good. That was very, very good. Good choice on your part. Really good.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But this one I find a little bit harder. So if you think your dog is ready, you can start to add a step away. Okay, if they're successful at that, you can do the 2 steps, just like we did with the sits. So slowly adding movement away. Now while you're doing that, I want to talk to you a little bit about some behavior things with dogs and in a down position, or a sit for that matter. When we're starting to move away from our dogs, it can start to make them uncomfortable. Now, you may have noticed when we did a 1 step away from the dog, they were fine. But 2 steps became a little, then they were a little uncomfortable with it. Now, I want you guys to really start paying attention to your dogs. Now, when you start moving away from your dog, and they're not giving you eye contact anymore, they might be like looking from side to side, or sniffing around, or looking up the light fixtures, but doing everything but looking at you, that's actually your dog screaming at you. They're saying, I can't do this. It's really hard. You've made this really, really hard for me. So if you're seeing that, your dog's not really connecting with you anymore, then I think you need to stay a little closer to them. So maybe 2 steps was too much at this time. So try 1.5 steps. But I want to build their confidence. And then to do that, you're going to use a higher rate of reinforcement. So just give them more cookies, and maybe even a higher value cookie would be ideal in a situation like that. Let's build their confidence with it, and then we can start to add a little bit more distance. Okay, so it's just your dog saying I'm a little uncomfortable. So keep an eye on them. They're doing really well with this, guys. Okay, let's go ahead. We're going to release them with okay.
Okay.
And we're going to get them off of the out of the downs there. Beautiful. Okay. Next thing I want to do, I want to change things up just a little bit. We're going to play a little game. It's not really one of my favorite games, but I think this is necessary. So what we're going to be teaching our dogs is someone touching their collar. Okay, someone touching their collar. And again, for some dogs, it can be a little nervous for them if you're touching their collar. It may not, you know, I think there's maybe a rescue, it might not have been an enjoyable experience, somebody always grabbing them or something like, who knows? I mean, they don't come with resumes, right? So I want to make sure that your dog is okay with their collar being touched. So we're just going to play a little game. All I want you to do, seriously, is touch their collar with your finger. Just touch the collar, give them a cookie. Touch the collar, say yes, give them a cookie.
Yes.
Touch the collar, yes, give them a cookie. Yes. Okay, just touch the collar, yes, give them a cookie. Touch the collar, yes, give them a cookie. Just touch the collar.
Yes.
Really good. Very nice.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like they're doing really well with this. So what you can start doing now is maybe put a finger underneath the collar, but I'm going to suggest you do it under the chin as opposed to reaching in over top of them. So come in under their chin and just put your finger underneath the collar. And you can do the same.
Yes.
And just give them a cookie.
Yeah.
Nobody seems to be concerned about this. This is fantastic. I love it. That's great. Okay, and that's all we're going to do with the little collar thing. That's it. I just wanted to make sure they're okay. Actually, that's not true. We'll do one more little thing. Another thing, and this gets my dogs excited, so I have to start counter-conditioning this as well. You know that sound that your leash makes when you attach it to the collar, the harness, that click, click, click sound? Yeah. Sometimes dogs get super excited about that. Oh, it's our dog! You know, they hear that noise, right? Okay, so again, all I want you to do, I'm not asking you to take the leash off. I just want you to get down on the ground and make that noise. Make the noise, give them a cookie. Make the noise, give them a cookie. Make the noise, give them a cookie. Okay.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know, made me laugh. Like, what are you doing? Yes.
That seems to be going very well. Okay, we'll give them a little break from this one. And we're going to play another game. So this one is called the name game. I actually want to make sure that your dog knows their name. Again, I don't know about you guys, but I put a whole lot of thought into all of my dog's names. I've got a little theme going. I know what my next dog's name is going to be because it's all with my theme. But you know what? Your dog's name, all it really means is look at you. That's it. That's all it should mean. You say their name, you just should expect your dog to look at you. It's kind of like if you were, walking down the street and someone yelled your name out. You're going to stop and maybe look around and see who's calling you. That's it. It doesn't mean anything else other than look at you. So, because these dogs don't speak English, and we've given them a name, and we've yelled these behaviors at them, I actually want to make sure they know their name, okay? So we're just going to play a silly little game with them. Now, it can be a little confusing. We're going to start off with the dog sitting in front of us. You're going to play the puzzle game for a minute. So again, like we did at the beginning of the class, the cookies in the hand, out to the side. So let's go through the instructions first before we start. All right, do that a couple of times just so that they're paying attention to you. And then all you're going to do, you need to release them from the sit. They're sitting lovely, right? They're sitting lovely, so you need to say, you don't need to do that anymore. So you're gonna say, okay. Then you're gonna say their name, Sparky! And you're gonna take a step back. As soon as your dog takes a step towards you, yes! When they get to you, they get a cookie. It's one step, you're not walking across your space, you're taking one step, maybe two, that's it. I don't want you walking around, you know, 1, 2 steps tops. Again, start with the puzzle game so you've got the eye contact. Okay, call their name, take a step back. When they start to take a step towards you, yes! When they get to you, they get the cookie. Okay? So here we go.
Yes. Okay. Jazzy. Yes. Yes. Okay. Jazzy. Yes. Yes. Okay. Jazzy. Yes. Okay.
So I want you to take a step
Oh,
backwards.
back.
Take a step backwards, not forward. I really want to step backwards. That's going to make sense for our next exercise.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, I want everybody to take one step backwards. I'm seeing a lot of people moving forward and to the side. Okay? You say, okay, you take one step backwards. Yeah, and I want the dog to come to you. Okay, the dog's in, take a step backwards.
Ready? Okay. Yes.
So if he doesn't come, I go.
Okay.
I would
Jazzy.
say his name a different way. You go back
Okay.
in closer.
Jazzy.
Easy again with okay, and then just say his name. Just say it another way.
Okay. Dennis.
Okay.
Try again this time with him looking at you when you say okay.
Jazzy.
All right, I want him to be focused
Okay.
on you completely.
Jazzy.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Dennis.
Don't forget your dog's name. You need to call your dog's name. Okay is release, then you need their dog's name.
Yes.
There's not a lot of room here for you to back up. I would move maybe into
Yeah.
the middle of your space. So go try and get in the middle of your space. I want you to get that full step so we know
Okay.
that is walking
This
towards
way.
you, right?
Yeah. Oh, you're all ready, aren't you? Okay. Yes. Yes. Getting my words mixed up. Okay, Jazzy. Yes. Okay, gentle, Jazz. Take the food away, Bubba.
Okay, so what I want to try and do now, we want to make this a little bit harder. We're going to make this a little bit harder, okay? We're going to do the same thing, starting off with the puzzle game, so the dog looks at us. Okay? We're going to do the same thing and release them with okay. We're going to do the same thing and call their name. Now what we did previously was take a step backwards. This time, instead of taking a step backwards, you're going to pivot your body 180 degrees so you are facing the same direction your dog is. Okay, Sparky, and you're going to walk. You're going to make a complete 180-degree turn. You will turn your body to the right. Your body will go to the right, and your dog will come up on your left-hand side. Okay? We're not doing a big swooping turn. Okay? You're just doing a little 180, just a pivot. Your dog will come up on your left-hand side. Now, before you do it, you need to release with okay. You need to say their name, which means look at you. And what that also means is you need to look at your dog. You need to keep your eyes on your dog the entire time you've turned. Okay, Sparky, and watch them and walk the same direction your dog is facing. Okay, your dog will come up on your left. What I like to do to make this easy for everybody, let's give this a try. I would like you to bring your dog close to the fence. Okay, let's bring your dog up here close to the fence, facing the brick wall. Close to the fence, your dog is facing the brick wall, and you're going to be over here, and your dog will face the blue wall. Okay, your dog will face the blue wall. All dogs sitting facing the walls. People are in front of the dog. So you're backwards. Let's get your dog facing the wall. Your dog is facing the wall, and you are facing your dog. You're going to, so again, it'll be a whole lot easier if you are actually here, and your dog is facing, right there, the blue wall, right behind you, not facing the garage door.
Yeah.
Okay, I want your dog completely facing the wall. The reason I want to set you up like this, you're gonna know that you've done it correctly when you've made your 180-degree turn and you're walking towards your wall. Okay? If you're not walking towards your wall, you didn't turn correctly. Make sense? Okay. Dog sitting facing the walls. People are standing in front. Puzzle game twice. Release with okay. Say their name. Same exercise we just did, but in this time, instead of taking a step backwards, pivot yourself and walk towards the wall. Okay? Your dog will come up on your left-hand side.
Jazzy.
Keep your eyes on your dog.
Yes.
Okay. Look at that.
Okay.
How about that? And a treat. And a treat. Absolutely. You saw what we were trying to do. You got it.
Okay.
Yes. That's right. Now just say Jazzy's name.
Jazzy.
And turn and walk. Keep an eye. There you go. Perfect. And I want you to reward Jazzy for being beside you on your left-hand side.
Yes. There you go. Here, Baba.
If I like to solicit his attention, I need Danny to check in with you because, okay, not because you keep calling him because he's not doing it. And his name needs to look at you, so I just want to make sure that he's actually playing the puzzle game first. Do you need a different kind of treat? Might be time to change to something different. Okay, just something a little higher value. Okay, let's try these. Okay, if this helps him a little bit. So, Danny, do you like these? Beautiful. Now, the next time you make that turn, I want to see if you can do it without holding onto the leash with your left hand like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah,
I
so
just want you to hold it in that one hand.
light
that's
on
it.
the leash.
Right. I don't want you to restrain. I just want a nice loose leash.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes. Jazzy.
Good. Reward. See what we're
Oh,
doing here?
yes.
Wasn't that beautiful? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you have noticed this, guys. What we're doing is we are working on loose leash walking. So your dog is coming up on your left-hand side. What tends to happen, the reason we like to teach it this way, making that turn, if I started with my dog sitting beside me and I'm like, okay, let's go for a walk, and we just start walking forward, chances are these dogs are going to pull you, right? They're going to just like, whoop, and off they go, your arms coming out of your socket kind of thing. But by going the opposite direction, okay, now we're going this way, your dog is with you, and you've got that opportunity to reward your dog for being in the correct position. That's what this is all about. But now, when you are walking with your dog, I'm going to suggest that you do reward them when they are in the correct position. Try and reward them while they're moving, not stopping. Okay, I want your dog to get the treat while they're moving. The reason being, we're acknowledging and rewarding walking. We're not acknowledging and rewarding stopping. If you only reward the stopping, that's all you're going to get. You're going to get walking, the dog stops, and they're not going to move until they get it over. So they can walk and chew at the same time, just tiny little pieces. I'm going to suggest that you bring your food with you on a walk, maybe a pocket full of kibble when you're out there walking with your dog, just so you can start rewarding them with their meals. Okay, let's give them a little break from this. Okay, next thing I want to do, we're going to do a fun little exercise. And I think you guys all worked on your downs, which is good. So that's what we're going to be doing now. We're going to be using the downs for something else. Now, you all have a mat in your space. Please don't touch it. Don't touch it. You all have a mat in your space. I know you do. They're either sitting in the cat litter box that's on top of your crate or it's hanging on the back of your chair. Believe me, they're all there. Now, the reason I don't want you to touch it this second is you get one shot at the element of surprise. The second you touch this, your exercise is started, and I want to make sure you know what we're doing before you grab it. Now, before we go anywhere, I want to make sure that you are loaded up with a lot of treats. Okay? Like if you're down to crumbs now, it's time to reload. If you don't have any more with you, let me know. Okay? I need more treats. Okay? We need lots and lots and lots of treats with it. We're going to need at least 50 treats. At least 50. All right, for this activity.
What's the name of these, Karen? You love them.
These ones are venison tray.
Oh.
Okay, tiny little pieces. Okay, so what we're going to be teaching our dogs to do with the mat is to set it. I want your dog to find a place to go and chill out and relax. Okay, I will start giving you homework assignments with this mat. Now let me tell you what the end result is. In my house, I think I told everybody I have 5 dogs. Okay? My dogs' beds are all upstairs. They're upstairs in my bedroom, 5 little beds in my bedroom. I can be on the main floor of my house with 5 dogs in the kitchen with me. Maybe they're bugging me while I'm cutting up carrots on the counter, I don't know. I will give them one phrase. All 5 dogs will walk through the dining room, through the living room, up a flight of stairs, down a hallway, into my bedroom, and I will find them all lying down on their beds. That's the end result. Because the mat is not in front of us, we will never, ever, ever call it down. Now, in less than 5, we will name it something. I will give it a phrase. I'm not going to tell you what it is now. We want to make sure that the dog understands the behavior before we name it. Now, some of the things that you can do with this mat. You can have your dog go to a mat while you're getting ready for a walk. You have your dog lying down on the mat, you put your shoes on, you get your coat, you get your dog's leash, and your dog's lying down on the mat the entire time. When you're ready to go for a walk, you just release them with okay, you open the door, you go for a walk. You come back from your walk, you open the door, you ask your dog to go to their bed or help them lie down on the bed, take their leash off, you take your shoes off, take off your coat, you release them, they leave. If you do that every single day, what that will translate into, anybody walking in and out of your front door, you know what your dog's going to be doing? Lying down on the mat. How cool is that? Especially around the holidays like that, we've got people coming in and out of our house. You don't have to worry about rushing your guests in or having them leave because you're worried about the dog running out the front door. You're lying down on the mat. You can use this when you're eating. You're having a meal at a table, and instead of your dog begging at the table, you're lying down on the mat. So we can use this for all kinds of everyday life experiences. It's a place for your dog to go and settle, chill, and relax. Your dog is going to start to see this mat. They're going to recognize what it is, and they're going to automatically lie down on it without you saying a single word. They're just going to go, I don't do that, and they're going to lie down. So this is how we're going to do it. You're going to have all of your treats ready to roll. Okay? You're going to, when you go over to pick up your mat, your exercise is started because your dog's watching you. The second you take the mat, make sure they see you, look what I got here, and place it on the ground. Don't touch it again. Okay, don't pick it up, don't move it, it stays on the ground. Keep it in the middle of your space, not up against fences. Okay, middle of your space. The first thing your dog is going to do is go, what is that? And they're going to look at it. The second they look at it, I want you to say yes and deliver the cookie in their mouth over the mat. They'll probably look back at you again and look at the mat. Yes! Deliver the cookie in their mouth over the mat. They might go, I don't know what you want from me. I don't know what you want, and I'm bored, and they walk over. Let's say toenail grazed it. Your dog is a genius. They've now engaged with the mat. The second they make contact, yes, deliver the cookie in their mouth over the mat. So not over here, over the mat in their mouth. Once they're on the mat, just give them the hand signal to lie down, and you're going to give them 10 treats. One right after another in a down position. One right after another, after another, after another. So let them down. Once they've had 10 treats, Release them, get them off immediately, bring them back. Hand signal, 10 treats. Get them off, bring them back. Hand signal, 10 treats. Get them off of the mat. Immediately bring them back, 10 treats again. We're going to do it 5 times. When we get to number 6, we're going to get them off the mat, bring them back, and we're going to wait. No hand signal. We're just going to see if they do it. Okay, I'm going to help you guys. We're going to try this together. Okay, everybody load up your treats. Everybody got your treats all ready to go, tiny little pieces. I've been using small pieces, not giant pieces at this point. Okay, is everybody ready? Okay, go ahead and grab your mats. Watch your dogs. Watch your dogs.
Can't beat this
Place the
thing.
mat on the floor, and they're looking at it right away. You say, yes, it's looking at the
Where do I see a mat? Where is the mat?
It should be hanging on that chair, is it not? Let's see. Okay.
Mine was in a box.
I'm sure it's in there. Okay. Keep it, if they're engaging with it, you're gonna say yes, and you're gonna reward it. If they're standing on it, yes, reward them. If they're standing on it, yes, reward them. Don't stop. This is fantastic. The dog is engaging with the mat.
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, what I want you to do now, dogs are, look like they're relatively close to the mat. I want everybody to get them, just lure your dog onto the mat with a cookie, and you're going to get them into a down position. Do not lure the down position, just use your hand signal to get them into position. I want them to lie down with like some part of their body touching the mat. Okay, you can use a cookie to get your dog on top of the mat if you need to. Okay, when they're in position on the mat and then down, you're going to give them 10 cookies, one right after another, after another, after another. Just use your hand signal, interrupt the sniffing. Just 100%. Use a giant cookie, get your dog engaged with you. Do you need other treats?
Yeah, I
Try
think
something
so.
different. Here you go.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh. Jazzy.
Alrighty.
Yes.
Dogs bring it down. Who's done 10 treats? You gotta try and get them off. Get them off, just release them, okay? Bring them right back over. Bring them right back over. Right back over to the mat. Right back over to the mat. Okay.
He didn't get up here.
I'm gonna ask you if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
If it was my dog, I would say no. I want my dog lying down on the mat. I don't want to hold him on the mat. Okay, I want my dog on the mat. Okay? 10 treats, one right after another, after another, after another. Don't even give them the opportunity to get up. Don't even give them an opportunity to get up. They get 10 tiny little treats on the mat or lying down on the mat.
Sit.
Once they have their 10, you're going to release with okay and get them up, and you're going to do it again.
Okay, Daddy.
Yeah.
Get them away from the mat. When they are away from the mat, you are boring. Do not touch them. Do not engage with them. Don't talk with them. Don't pat them. Nothing. Nothing happens off of the mat. Bring them right back over to the mat. Use your hand signal. Let's get them on the mat and use your hand signal into it down.
He
10
won't
trees.
get up on that.
Throw a cookie on the floor.
Okay.
Just interrupt the engagement there with a cookie. Okay, just interrupt and go into a down position.
Okay, honey.
Okay. And there you go, one right after another, after another, after another. And once you've had your down, then you release with okay. Okay, bring them right back over. Right back over. Hand signal.
Okay.
Let's get it. Okay. Don't say it. Do not ever, ever call this down. All I want you to do is use a hand signal. That's it. Which we're going to get rid of in a few minutes. You never want to call this anything. Just use the cookie again to engage with your dog to get Jazzy working with you. 10 treats, one right after another. What do you want here? What number?
3, right?
Okay, hold that down. Good, good, good.
Okay.
And just letting you get excited, getting off of the mat. Okay, bring it right back over, right back over. Lose the cookie to get your dog right in on over the mat. Good,
Yes.
fantastic. 10 tiny little treats, one right after another. So that was number 4. Okay, 4 times. Okay. How many have you done over here?
4, yeah.
You're on 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, how many have you done with Danny? How many times?
This is 4th one.
Okay, it's not quite in a down position, so don't reward that. Okay, number 5, you're going back over there. Okay.
Okay,
Get him away from the
yes.
mat, bring him right back over. Hand signal into a down position. 10 tiny treats. Make sure that you are releasing them with okay before they pop up on their own. Okay, is this number 6? Number 6, you're going to bring them right over the mat and you're just going to wait. Do not stay down. Do not use your hand signal. Just bring them in the vicinity of the mat. Gaze, oh my God, genius, dog. Reward like crazy. But leave your hands alone, put them behind your back, just gaze at the mat. Just gaze at the mat. It's going to feel like time is standing still. Okay, just wait it out. Wait it out. Keep it, that's fantastic. That's good. That's fantastic.
Okay.
Just try not to move your hands around too much to your face or anything like that. Your dog's paying really close attention. I want you to move back just a smidge. And just wait it out. Wait it out. Just wait it out. Gaze at the mat. Just gaze at the mat. Okay, you're going to use your hand signal now. 10 treats. Okay. I don't think Jazzy's quite ready for it. Okay, I want the downs to be a little quicker with the hand signal. So let's get Jazzy back into a hand signal. Let's see if we get, so long as Jazzy's not following a cookie to get into the down, 10 treats. Do that again. Do the 10, release, and come back and do it again. Just keep doing it. I want to see if we continue to get the down automatically. All right, how are you doing here with Danny?
I got him down in the down position.
Okay.
You really have to put your hand in between.
Okay.
Beautiful, fantastic. Okay. Use your hand signal again. I just want to make sure that this is going quickly. There we
Yes.
go. Good. 10 tiny little treats. I want you to start getting more duration now. So just keep rewarding on the mat. All right?
Okay.
Okay, let's get Jazzy on the mat, okay? Try not to pull on the collar, right? Now, you're in a different spot than you were before.
Yeah.
Okay, I need you to be in the same spot right now. Eventually, we'll be able to move about, but I want to make everything the same for Jazzy. Okay, I want you to be in the same spot. Just wait it out. Try, just wait it out. Wait it out. Just think about it. There you go. Reward like crazy. Yes, and reward like crazy.
Yes.
Fantastic. Lots of rewards. Lots and lots of rewards. Okay, so what is happening here? Our dogs have now gotten about 50 treats for lying down on the mat, right? We helped them out, we brought them over the mat, we gave them hand signal, we gave them 10 treats. Got them off the mat, brought them back over, hand signal, 10 treats. Got them off, brought them back. They got 50 flipping treats for lying down on the mat. Just keep watching your dog. If that dog goes into it down, if Jazzy goes into it down again, I want you to reward like crazy. Now, on the 6th attempt, the dog went over to the mat and they were sitting there looking at you like, are you forgetting something? And like they weren't really sure, and then they offered it down. So the dog is understanding that they need to be lying down on the mat. That is their job, lie down on the mat. So this is what I want you to do for homework. Okay, you're going to do the same exercise at home. I don't care what you use. You can use a bath mat, you can use a towel, you can use your dog's bed, you can use a crate mat. You can use anything you want. You're going to do the same exercise. Bring the dog over. Hand signal. 10 treats. Get them off. Bring them over. Hand signal. 10 treats. Get them off. Bring them back over. 10 treats. You see where I'm going with this? And you're going to reintroduce this exercise to the dog at home because it's a different environment on a new piece of equipment. Yes, it will eventually translate, but right now it's a brand new exercise. If your dog is doing extremely well on the mat at home, feel free to bring it to class. Okay, feel free to bring your dog's bed to class. I hear it all the time. My dog did so good on their bed at home, but I can't do it here. Bring the bed. Just bring the bed. We're going to be using this every single week now, this exercise. Like I said, I'll be assigning you some real life assignments that will help you in your home life with your dog. It's a place for your dog to go and settle and relax. Now, when we come back to class in 2 weeks, when you come into the class, you take your shoes off and you come into your station, this is what I want you to do. You're going to have your mat in the middle of your space, and your dog is going to be lying down on the mat while your classmates are coming in. So that's how we're going to start each class from this point on, dogs lying down on the mat. Okay, let's give them a break from this. Let's release them from the mats, and I want you to put the mats away, because we've built a whole lot of value in them. I don't want them just going back over there. Okay, so we are now out of time, so I just want to quickly go over what we did today. So we did the puzzle game. So we started with the puzzle game with a hand up to the side of the cookies. If you're having trouble with your dog's attention, I cannot encourage you enough to do this exercise. Remember, unsolicited behavior, right? Use their kibble. Just put their dish on the counter, snap your leash on in the kitchen, and do this exercise. The dog looks away from the handful of food, you say yes, you take a piece of food out and you deliver it to them, all right? It shouldn't take more than a bowl of food for your dog to understand what you're doing. So again, that is the puzzle game. Then we did a little review of our sit. So remember, that is our hand signal, just our right hand swooping up to the ceiling. As soon as the bum hits the ground, you say yes, and you're going to reward them at least 5 times. I want them to remain in that position. Now, what we did different today, we started adding movement away from our dog. We started super slow, right? We just did a little tap of our foot behind, marked it with yes, bring the foot back in, and reward. And then we started with like shifting the weight, just to add the movement. And then we took a step back, and then we took 2 steps back. All right, so just practice that. And we did the same thing with down. The hand signal for down, the right hand going down towards the ground. And the thing that was different with the down, we deliver the treat on the floor between the front paws. I talked a little bit about watching your dog as well. So are they not making eye contact with you as you're going further away from them? They're having difficulty. So don't move as far away. I want your dog to be comfortable. I want you at that point to increase your rate of reinforcement and maybe find a better reinforcer as well for your dog. Let's see. What the sits and the downs. I've got an idea as well to help you. Now, remember, like people always say, my dog can do this in the kitchen, or my dog does this really well at home, but they can't do it in other different environments. Well, those are distractions. So what I want you to do, I want you to pick the easiest room in your house to practice your sits and downs. For me, that room is the kitchen. This is where my dogs get fed. Right? They love the kitchen. So practice your sits and downs in the kitchen first. Once you've mastered it in the kitchen, try it in the family room or the living room, because that's a room you do spend a lot of time in with your dog and you're awake. Reward them in the living room. Same thing. The next place I want you to try would be your bedroom. Chances are your dog does sleep in your bedroom, but let's face it, you're asleep, right? So you're not really spending quality time together. You're both asleep. So practice sits and downs in your bedroom. That's the third place. And then the last place of this is the fun one. See if you can do it in your bathroom, because nobody does dog training in their bathroom, right? Just changing things up. Okay, then what we did a little color grab thing, and we did the name game. Remember? So with the name game, we started with the puzzle game, release with okay, say their name, and we took a step back. When they took a step towards you say yes and give them a cookie. What we started to do then was make a turn, a 180-degree turn, and the dog came up on our left-hand side, which was our leash walking. And then what I did is I taught you the mat exercise. So that will be your homework. So that's it for today, guys. I wish you all happy holidays, and we will see you all in 2 weeks.
You too.
2 weeks. I've got all of your shoes and everything. Should make the exit protocol a little bit easier. So we can just go over to the front and just change your shoes and then exit through the front.
Yeah, I think maybe he didn't get fed his second dinner, and, his second meal, and I think that's why he's going crazy. Enough.
Wait.